Imagine spending your whole life building a nest egg, a little something to enjoy your golden years and maybe leave behind for your loved ones. Now, imagine those very loved ones trying to take it all away by having you declared mentally incompetent. It sounds like a plot from a twisted movie, but for one brave widow, it was a waking nightmare. Today, we're resharing the incredible true story of a mother who discovered her own daughter and son-in-law were secretly plotting against her, not out of concern, but out of pure greed. This isn't just a story about betrayal. It's a shocking look into the dark world of elder financial abuse, a silent epidemic where the culprits are often the people you trust the most. We'll uncover the cruel and calculated tactics they used, trying to strip a woman of her autonomy, her assets, and her dignity. It started with subtle gaslighting, questioning her memory, and suggesting she was confused. Then came the helpful offers to manage her finances, followed by pressure to sign documents she didn't fully understand. They isolated her from friends and other family members, creating a bubble of control where their narrative was the only one she heard. They wanted her declared legally incapacitated, giving them full control over her life and her money. It was a cold, methodical plan to seize everything she had worked for, but they underestimated her. This story takes a powerful turn. It's about a woman's courageous journey from being a victim of the ultimate betrayal to an empowered fighter. When she overheard a hushed conversation not meant for her ears, the pieces clicked into place. The strange comments, the missing bank statements, the pressure to change her will, it all made a horrifying kind of sense. The initial shock and heartbreak were immense. How could her own daughter, the child she raised and loved, do this to her? But grief quickly turned into resolve. She wasn't going to let them win. She wasn't going to be a victim. This is where her fight for justice truly begins. How do you fight back when your own family is painting you as confused and incapable? How do you prove your sanity when the people closest to you are trying to prove the opposite? With remarkable clarity and strength, she started to gather evidence, turning into a detective in her own home. She knew she couldn't confront them directly. They would just twist her words. So she began her counter-operation in secret. She started by documenting everything, every suspicious conversation, every unsettling incident. Every time they tried to manipulate her, she wrote it all down in a hidden journal with dates and times. She knew that in a he said, she said battle, detailed records were her best defense. Then, she got smart with technology. She used a small, discreet audio recorder to capture their conversations. She'd leave it on in the living room when they visited, and the recordings were chilling. They spoke openly about her money, complaining about her spending habits, and strategizing how to get power of attorney. They weren't worried about her well-being, they were worried about their inheritance. These recordings were the smoking gun she needed. Next, she tackled the financial side. She secretly requested duplicate bank and investment statements be sent to a trusted friend's address, Carefully, she went through them, highlighting unauthorized withdrawals and suspicious transactions. The paper trail was undeniable, but her son-in-law had been siphoning money from her accounts for months, funding his own lifestyle with her retirement savings. It was a calculated, systematic theft hidden behind a mask of familial concerns. But gathering evidence was only half the battle. She knew she needed legal help. Reaching out was risky. Her daughter monitored her calls and read her mail. So she used a pay-as-you-go burner phone, a trick she'd seen in movies, to contact an elder law attorney. During a supposed trip to the grocery store, she met with the lawyer in a quiet cafe, laying out her journal, the financial records, and the damning audio recordings. The lawyer was stunned, but immediately recognized the classic pattern of elder financial abuse. Together, they formulated a legal strategy to protect her assets and, more importantly, her freedom. The climax of this story unfolds in a courtroom. It's a scene you won't forget. On one side, a daughter and son-in-law, armed with a petition to establish guardianship, painting a picture of a confused, frail old woman who couldn't manage her own affairs. They had friends testify about her supposed memory lapses and brought in a doctor they had handpicked and manipulated. Their case seemed strong, built on a foundation of lies. But then it was her turn. She walked to the stand, not as a frail victim, but as a composed and articulate woman ready to fight for her life. Her lawyer presented the evidence piece by piece. The detailed journal, the bank statements showing a clear pattern of theft, and then the audio recordings were played. The courtroom fell silent as everyone heard the couple's greedy plotting in their own words. The masks fell off. The daughter's face went pale. The son-in-law stared at the floor. Their narrative completely crumbled. The judge's ruling was swift and decisive. The petition for guardianship was dismissed with prejudice, meaning they could never file it again. But it didn't stop there. The judge, appalled by the evidence, referred the case to the district attorney for criminal investigation into financial exploitation. She didn't just save herself. She ensured they would face consequences for their actions. She walked out of that courtroom with her head held high, having reclaimed her assets, her dignity, and her life. This woman's story is a powerful reminder that elder abuse can happen in any family, and it's a wake-up call for all of us. It teaches us about the importance of staying vigilant, understanding your financial situation, and knowing your rights. It also shows the incredible resilience of the human spirit. She was betrayed by those she loved most, but she refused to be broken. She fought back with intelligence, courage, and an unbreakable will to protect what was hers. Her journey is an inspiration, a testament to the fact that it is never too late to stand up for yourself and fight for justice. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched you, please give this video a like and share it to raise awareness about this critical issue. And don't forget to subscribe for more compelling stories that matter. We'll see you in the next one.